Okay, folks, week 6, moving through our summary and response writing assignment. This week we are working on the editing, those final stages of this assignment, which is due on Sunday. I do really appreciate that you guys are doing the best to stick to our weekly deadlines of Sunday and making sure to email me in the event that something comes up and you hit a snag and you need some extra time. So we have 2 things due this week, your weekly grammar assignment and then your final draft, which has been edited and reviewed, and you've gone over the rubric, so you're ready to go for a final submission. Just as a quick review for our lesson this week, let's talk about the author's purpose. So looking at what is the author's purpose, what are they writing to do? Are they writing to describe something? Are they telling a story? Are they arguing a case or a cause? Are they proposing a new idea, perhaps? Are they analyzing some information? Try to practice recognizing the author's purpose and understanding what is the point that they are trying to get across before you can then begin to evaluate what you think about it. So looking at the context, okay? Think about the bigger picture. What do you know about the author? Okay, look at the date that the piece was written. Is it a current publication or is it old? Perhaps the information is outdated, or perhaps it's late breaking news. How is it presented? Is it in a piece of a book? Is it an online article? Is it a journal? Is it a medical journal, scientific journal? A religious journal? You have to think about the method for which the information is conveyed, okay? And also think about the background context. Does this help or does this distract from the author's credibility? Consider the audience. Who is the intended audience that the author's writing for? Is this an academic piece or is this a professional article for their colleagues? Are they writing to teach others? Is it casual? Is there humor? Is it very serious? Is there a tone of urgency, perhaps? Okay, so think about the audience. What is the intended audience, and what is the author's point of what they're trying to get the author to do, to think, to feel? Okay, and how are you able to relate, or how are you able to not relate based on this information? What's the tone of the article? Is it light or is it serious? Is it angry and scornful, or is it sarcastic? Is it humorous? But think about the tone, and does this help to convey credibility from the author, or does it distract from their credibility? Does it help influence you, the reader? So those are just some things to think about in going through your final editing stages and for perhaps in the future for your next assignment in reading, okay? As you move forward with this course and then the next course of English 123, you want to start reading articles with a critical eye, okay? And these are the things that you're thinking of in your reading with a critical eye. So as usual, the editing, the normal editing, go make sure your essay is organized, it's easy to follow in order. Maybe you need subheaders. Make sure that your summary is succinctly different from your analysis. Make sure your voice is consistent. Make sure you're clear in your point. Make sure you know what the author's point is and be clear on that. And then have your own clear analysis in presentation. When you do your grammar assignment this week, you're looking at subject-verb agreement. So that's pretty much straightforward. And that's all we have this week, so I look forward to those final drafts. Don't forget, you can always submit a second draft to Smart Thinking Feedback. Perhaps you'll get a second perspective, okay? 2 different perspectives and mine. Sometimes too many viewpoints gets too many cooks in the kitchen, can muddy the water. But if you're having some trouble, you can always ask for another opinion or ask someone else to look at a different angle of your paper. So other than that, I think you guys are all doing great, and that's all I have for you. Have a wonderful week and God bless.